let love lead. It's not you that will lead.
Wait, let me say.
It is not. It is the way you have actually walked
My
on
sister,
that guy.
I walk on you, bro.
Of course.
I'm not your mom, honey.
Like
Bro,
seriously.
I'm not your mom.
Yeah, you're not right.
Honey, I'm not your mom, boo. I'm not your mom.
You need to make the man who
Wait,
you want him to
no, you cannot. I don't belong to that school of thought where they say, you have. I know I have to grow in my relationship. I know I have to put effort. I know I have to give you grace. I know I have to be patient. But I cannot reorientate you. You have to know that yes, our relationship is new and we are growing. But I'm also a priority from day one, boo. This is about self-worth. This is about self-respect. How do they say that thing in Yoruba again? That
Hello everyone, this is Heartitude Impact Show. You are welcome to this edition of Heartitude where we discuss matters that relate to the heart. On this show today, men, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be wowed because today we are bringing a very interesting topic to you. And on this show today, there's also opportunity for people to win lot of prizes. Believe me, we are here for you. As you've always been for us. On this show, I will not be doing it alone, as usual. On my left hand side, the beautiful, the chatty Sarah is there. Sarah?
hi, everyone. Hi, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be watching from a distance. So this is Heartitude Impact Show with okay, so I will not mention one more. Okay. With the three of us, So Adra will do the honor of introducing.
Let's introduce the beautiful, wonderful Becky. On this show, Becky is a married woman. She is not for sale. She's married.
She's not for sale. Are you kidding? Are you
I want to sell Sarah.
Are you alright?
Please bring money.
Are you
She's
okay?
Becky.
Like, I was actually waiting to see how you're going to introduce me. Since you said, okay, well, Sarah is not married, maybe me interested. So now that
Don't mind that
I'm married,
You
girl.
are off the market.
like seriously.
She is
Don't mind that
still
girl.
Okay,
Don't
alright.
mind that
Good day to
girl.
you, viewers at home. It's another wonderful edition of our program today, and it promises to be very, very impactful, very interesting. You're going to learn a lot of things on today's edition, and trust me, all this matter, they are straight from the heart. It may not happen to you, maybe it happens to someone very close to you. So please, want to sit back, enjoy the program, and make sure you learn something.
So I would also like to add that we would appreciate if you like, share, and send your comments. It would also not be bad if you can post a clip, maybe a screen recording of any parts of the show that's highlights to you on your socials. Thank you.
So, maybe this story actually, I think is something that is one of the things that don't sound very popular, but it's somehow disheartening to hear that such thing happen. But even before we start talking about it, I think
Well, I would have said let's listen to the story. I know there's nothing new under the heaven. A lot of things happen. It's just we find a way around it.
Yeah.
So let's hear the story.
So yeah, she just said there's nothing new under the sun, and honestly, there's nothing new under the sun. But this one, okay, you know what? Let's just get it started. Alright, so it says, you see, I've been seeing this guy, Osinachi, for a few months now. Things have actually been going well. We connect on a deeper level. We vibe. And I genuinely like him. Like it's getting serious. And I even started thinking about the future with him. But there's something that's been bothering me, and honestly, I've been keeping it to myself for a while. It's about his friends, Namdi and Ifeanyi. These two guys are always around. Like, anytime I go to hang out with this Nachi, they'll just show their face. At first, I didn't mind. I just saw it as normal. You know how Nigerian guys roll with their guys, right? But then, I started noticing something. Inamdi makes this sad comments that just makes me feel somehow. You know that kind of comments that's not outrightly rude? And if that one likes to touch too much. Not like in a loud or obvious way, but small touches that just makes me feel uncomfortable. At first I tried to overlook it. I didn't want to come off as dramatic or make it seem like I was looking for trouble. But it's been eating me up. So one day, I casually mentioned it to Osinachi. Do you know what he said? I don't know. He just laughed and said, "Babe, those guys are just playing. That's how they joke. I just weak." Because to me, it's not just a joke. I don't feel respected around them. And the fact that he just brushed it off made me feel somehow. Like, am I overreacting? Or is it okay to expect my man to speak up for me when I'm uncomfortable? Now I'm just here thinking, if he can't take how I feel seriously now, what will happen if we get deeper into this relationship? Will he always choose his guys over me? It seems like he always choose his guys over me.
Wow.
Yeah, because the touching part is even very disgusting.
So, well,
Sorry, I hope that's not too strong, but that's how I feel about it at the moment.
For your guys friend to be touching you.
Yes,
and-
like,
and-
let me read that part again.
Anyhow.
She says, but I started noticing something. Inamdi just makes this side comments that makes me feel uncomfortable. Sorry. But then I started noticing something. Inamdi makes this side comments that just makes me feel somehow. You know that kind of comments that are not outrightly rude, but you just know it's not right. This is really irritating to me. And if that one likes to touch too much. Not like in a loud or obvious way, but small touches that makes me feel uncomfortable. Like, wait, chill. I think I want to picture it this way. Adora, please permit me. I want to use you as an example. You're the closest person to me right now. You're the closest person to me. So let's say we're talking and I'm like, what's up now? How are you doing? Or you're touching the person's nose. You know, you're giving the person a tap on their why? That's irritating.
well, let me start. Just permit me to start something. You see, people will say, you mean I'm a very kind of a cultural guy, and I'm going to say this. There's a Yoruba proverb that says, what you cannot accept when you're a rich guy.
Are you Peter, a kind of cultured down?
So I think, okay, let me tell you.
I think I'd rather say traditional.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
maybe traditional.
Okay, let me say,
culture.
I'm a bit traditional kind of a guy, and deep-rooted in Yoruba proverb. You know, there's this Yoruba proverb that said that what you cannot take as a rich man, it is when you are still trying to be rich. That's when you start saying no to it. And invariably, it actually missing certain boundaries. You see, I believe one of the most important things for ladies, and I believe, I'm not a lady, right? But I believe one of the most important things for ladies is this sense of peace, of security. When you are secure. Yeah, I
agree with you 100%.
Yeah, when you are secure. And you see, if for whatsoever reason, right, you discover the person you are going out with, you are in a relationship with, is not providing that security when you guys are not married, I can see a waving flag of red.
It's
right?
not a red flag. It's a red banner.
Okay. So
Yes, it's not a red flag. That's a red banner.
So
like
a red
it's
banner
not just
for-
what is.
for
I mean,
what, like-
no. The guy. I mean, the guy is not
guy,
a.
see.
It's not a red flag. It's a walking red banner. Like you know when a banner is walking and has legs and it's walking. That's what the guy is.
No, the funny thing is, you see, I have some people personally. You see, this issue about touching or suggesting. If you find something provocative, something not you are not comfortable with, is sending a sense of abuse, internal abuse. Let me say it's a kind of abuse one way or the other. And when you relate it to somebody you are, say for example, with, I think there should be a kind of defense on your own. Yeah, you don't know. Okay, I was talking with a guy, we were talking, and when we were talking, he made mention of a case where that it's not related to this, but I will show it, where he noticed that his father used to beat his mom, right? He saw it. So anytime somebody is playing around, he say, guy, how he reacts like, you understand?
Like he's always triggered.
Like yeah.
Him.
So for someone,
even if it's just a playful hit.
a playful hit. So everybody is entitled to what actually gives him more security. You understand?
Yeah.
So well, we all said right. We all have a sense of like, I'm not comfortable with this. This is my like save. I don't want this. I don't want that. But I will start with the I was actually in a gathering, a meeting of different kind of guys. They are like all these club of things. So then I invited their wives to watch it. So the person that was hosting that particular program, after they finish everything, they need to appreciate the family. And when they are like, you have to kiss your husband outside, you have to touch, those, it looks strange to that woman. She's not that kind, she's not that kind of a person. But the wife of other friends were like, you must know when they came to our side, they do this, they do that, blah, 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 blah. But that kind of a woman, she is somebody that is very, very reserved.
Okay.
But the kind of husband she married is not this kind of, so she has to like play along. So one thing I would just say to this is we all have a different personality.
Yeah.
And when you're choosing who to marry, it really, really matters. Know what you can actually deal with, know what you can actually cope with. If you cannot, the woman have to play along. It was like this, at the end of the day, say, okay, well, maybe we'll be taking her out so that she will see how we normally do this thing. So what I just see in that is our sense of personality. Who we are is who we are.
Yeah.
You can't change it.
Yeah.
And when you are going into a relationship, into a marriage, you have to like open your eyes.
Okay.
Like me, I'm a touchy person and I'm a woman. I can like.
But don't forget what we're talking about. His friends are always touching now.
I know. I'm coming to that point. I'm a touchy person. I touch. You understand? Now imagine. Let me now put myself in a shoe that okay, I'm now the friend's guy, and the friend now came with the fiancé, but you're not yet married, maybe girlfriend of the thing. It depends on their level of relationship. It depends on, and that kind of
Sorry,
a guy.
whose relationship here now?
This.
You mean the couple?
The
Or
couple.
the guy and his friends?
The lady
And the boyfriend,
okay,
the lady and the it depends on their type of relationship.
Okay.
And also, this guy also is just because what the friend are doing is what you are seeing that is coming to your end.
don't know.
I'm sure what your own guy too will be doing because they
With
said
his friends' babes.
God bless you because they said birds of the same feather.
Flock together.
It may not be 100%, but I can say like 60%. If you are a reserved person, the kind of people that you will keep as your close contact, they may not be totally outspoken people.
Yeah.
Fine, it shows a sign of disrespect. And there are some ladies that they will even be closer to their boyfriend's friends that they can like confide in it. So if you are not that kind of, if you don't share that kind of a relationship, then you set your boundaries. And there is a point that was raised that I needed my man to be able to like stand up for me, defend me. Like you said that is a red banner.
It's a red banner.
It is still a relationship. It is not yet. And if you know that you can't deal with it, if you know that you can't take it, if you know that you're not going to be, maybe you should leave. But before leaving, let me just tell you, there are some things that you can actually manage. A room is not being built in a day. That is it. So because you tell him now, because he did not stand up for you, this, and you think the next thing is to like move. All right.
No, she's not even talking about a breakup here. Let's take the last paragraph again. She's just asking questions. As a matter of fact, she's a bit confused. She's saying, am I being dramatic? Or is it too much to ask my man to stand up for me? And that's not a bad thing.
No,
that's like what she's supposed to do.
I don't think she's asking too much, right? You see, nobody is perfect.
Yeah.
And everybody has his own or her own personality. And in the process of meeting somebody, right? You see, this guy, personally, this guy, what I'm only against is a sense of irresponsibility, not the matter of personality. You see,
well, okay, let me just quickly give my own take. So this matter might be small to the guy.
but
Maybe the guy like he even brushed it off, so it's not a big deal.
So who even knows?
However,
Maybe that is what the guy is even
yes,
doing to
there's
other
possibility.
people.
yes.
There's
So if as a man you're maybe sitting down and telling me that, oh, my friend, your friends are touching me, or they make these snide remarks and I can't take it anymore, and you just brush it off, it means that first things first, maybe you're not as committed to the babe as she's committed to you. Then we talked about setting boundaries and respect. If she considers it disrespectful, then if she considers it uncomfortable, then it's uncomfortable.
Exactly.
And she's not like she disrespected your friend. She just called you aside and told you, oh babe, I don't like what your friends are doing. I've noticed that some Nigerian men have this loyalty to their friends that can be a bit toxic.
well,
It might not even be irresponsibility. You would even hear some Nigerian men, some men, not even Nigerian men, let's not restrict it to Nigeria, saying, they would never choose a woman over their friends. Or I've had this friend for maybe like 10, 15 years, I'll never be able, and maybe the guy is thinking, oh, I'm not married, we're not married or something. But then, like you said, Rome is not built in a day. However your relationship looks like now is what it looks like in marriage. Then I also like to emphasize what she said, that who knows if that's what your man has been doing to his friends' babes as well.
so I think it's okay you start like what Benny said. You see, everyone character, take a look like that. Everyone character before relationship, before marriage, right? It's not visible like that. And it's not like people are pretending. It is just that everybody will love to bring his or her own his or her own good fruit forward. Now, it's just natural with man. But if the good fruit somebody is bringing forward to you, now because that same guy, another lady can see that as okay, my fiancé's friend are vibing with me, right? Now that same guy can be good for another person. You understand? But for you cannot take it.
You can't take it.
And see, like somebody said, there are over 2 billion men outside. Not Nigeria. It's not compulsory to marry Nigeria. You can marry a Ghanaian, go and meet Ghanaian, to love anyhow.
You can actually find
So you understand?
Anywhere.
You can find love anyway. So if you think that the good food that somebody is supposed to bring in a relationship is bad for you, believe me, it will amplify marriage.
Well, I feel like let's not even go forward. We're talking about marriage.
Let me say something. You see, it's a matter of respect. Me personally, I don't have a friend that should be touching my girl. Because I will not do it to them.
But like you will not do something to
Yeah, so
someone
I'm actually coming to you.
Okay.
No. I'm coming to you because I will not do it to them. Right?
Yeah.
So if you do it
to my woman,
I will correct you. I don't like it.
That is
because I don't do it to yours.
woman.
So we can actually vibe except the genesis. Except if all of them have been friends before and that kind of thing has been happening. So we cannot say because she did not say. But if it's a matter of like some guys are that.
And why are they always there? Are you for real? Like she said, anytime I go out to hang out, they're always there. I wish she gave us more details as to when.
Maybe.
Okay, so I come to your house on a Thursday, maybe on a
there.
Thursday evening or Friday. They are there. Like what? And
On
it is even,
Sunday,
and
they are
that's an issue because you should know that me time with your partner is very important.
Sarah, the question is, who is this guy in history? If the friends are always there, whenever the is there, so go and check the other friends, girlfriend too, your own guy too, may always be there.
Maybe the guy does not have as much regard for the relationship.
See, one thing,
or maybe he's just a nonchalant person. Because when you are dating someone, you want to spend time with them. You want to go out with them. Okay, let's assume she didn't even say they go out on dates. Okay, I come all the way from, let's say I live at Bagada, and tell me one far place from Bagada.
Father.
And I go to Fagba, and I come to Fagba to spend time with you, maybe a Saturday, and your friends are there, like they are there. I'm sorry, but I'm going to politely tell you that, babe, can we have a me time? Can we have me time, please? And you have to give me a serious answer.
You know what I'm thinking about? I think when we are growing up, when we are like doing all those boyfriend and girlfriend, then we used to ask ourselves, what are your likes? What are your dislikes? You understand? So, and I'm sure if they've discussed about that, if I'm the kind of person that I always have friends all around me, there will be time where we hang out with all your friends, but I just want. But you know, it's not always easy for a lady to like come in between close friends. Because Sarah said something the other time. They've known each other for like years. You are just coming in.
Wait.
You understand? Sarah, they've known each other. We have some friends that they've known for like 15, 10, 20 years. And the mate too is not even up to a year, and you think you can do a magic to just like, my dear Sarah, let's love me. It's not you that will do it.
Wait, let me see.
It is not. It is the way you have actually walked on that guy.
I walk on you, bro.
Of course.
I'm not your mom, honey.
Like seriously.
Bro, I'm not your mom.
Yeah, you're not right.
Honey, I'm not your mom, boo. I'm not your mom.
You need to take the man who you want him to.
No, you cannot. I don't belong to that school of thought where they say, I know I have to grow in my relationship. I know I have to put effort. I know I have to give you grace. I know I have to be patient. But I cannot reorientate you. You have to know that, yes, our relationship is new and we are growing. But I'm also a priority from day one, boo. This is about self-worth. This is about self-respect. How do they say that thing in Yoruba again that if you allow outsiders to disrespect your neighbor or your family friend, someone close to you, you will never be able to get that respect back. How can you just brought your friends are touching me?
You understand? What thing is this? You see, the way I see things sometimes, I can be a bit conservative sometimes.
And dramatic.
Yeah, I might not be very dramatic. But one thing that I will say, you know, one of the things, that's why they say it's okay for you to have a relationship. Have courtship. Know your partner, right? Know who you are dealing with. Know the likes on nobody can force you, right? Except, I don't know because of economy, but nobody can force you to drink water when you don't want to drink water.
Of course.
Now, if you now decide to drink water and it's not tasting like your village water, you won't ever taste. Oh, sorry, this is not a free advert. But you want some kind of, you should be able to choose. Nobody saying you can't. But one thing I can actually say is this. You see, if your guy is not doing, you feel uncomfortable, I think you should voice out. Because many things I've seen with this, actually, one of the mistakes I think with that is that they internalize them. And
but she voiced out now. She said it casually.
Casually. You see, that word casually.
She has not said it as if it's a serious issue.
It should be, because you say something is casual, I should handle it casual.
Yeah,
you took it
so we can't even blame the guy, honestly.
So seriously, the guy may not even like see anything bad in it. Seriously. And
the way she even put it to him as well.
See, Sarah, you want to spend your life with the guy. The way you handle the matter between both of you should be serious, because what you want to do is a serious matter.
We don't even know if it's a relationship that leads to marriage. So we don't know whether they're just, but they are dating, and this is about boundaries and self-respect. Anyways, one thing I know is a man that values his woman would not handle disrespect in the if his friends are touching. This isn't just I feel like she said she made this snide remark. Me, I would consider this touching. And I will not even wait.
You for example,
just touch me
like that. For example, you were saying you don't like people touching. But there's another guy that is always saying something that is not good, that is a bit suggestive. You understand? She made mention,
Let's take
yeah.
that paragraph again.
Yeah.
There's no need putting words in anybody's mouth or say, let's say it the way she said it exactly. Let's go back to that paragraph. Okay, so she said, but then I started noticing something. Inamdi makes this snide comments that just makes me feel somehow. You know that kind of comment that's not outrightly rude. But then I started noticing something. Inamdi makes this sound. But then I started noticing something. Inamdi makes this side comments that just makes me feel somehow. You know that kind of comments that's not outrightly rude, but you just know it's not right. And if that one likes to touch too much. Not like in a loud or obvious way, but small touches that just makes me feel uncomfortable. Imagine if we're
is it for the two friends that she's having issues with?
Yes, one is making
well, imagine
someone saying,
so
my calves are really big, and you say, and we're all walking, maybe we're strolling to the gate. I have very big calves, you know me, right? And we're all strolling to the gate. Anyway, it's not going to happen to me because I'm going to outside right back out. Please, so I'll just try as much as possible to make the same way you threw yours at me, the same way I'll throw mine at you. So we're now walking towards the gate, and I don't even care if you're 10 years older than me. Respect starts with respecting the other person first.
Exactly.
That's where respect starts. I don't believe that respect is for someone that is 6 months older than you or 7 years old. Respect starts with you respecting the other person first, because respect is just basic human decency. So we're all strolling to the gate now, and then you now say something like, this is your leg. Wow. I'm not a rude person, so I can't even have words right now. So and it is rude, Sha.
Yeah.
So I'll just look at you and find something in your body to say something, and I will now laugh. And I'll say it with a very subtle. I might just say, maybe your hand is someone. Don't say, this is your hand. Are you sure you can't eat them?
So that's your
I will just
style.
laugh.
Like
Yes,
love it.
I'll stand up for myself.
So, you know.
But that's me though.
But
And let's go back to her question. She's also saying, am I being dramatic? No. Is it too much to ask my man to stand up for me? No. But the only thing, like we've been able to establish, the only thing you haven't done is that you haven't sat him down to communicate to him how serious these things are.
Yeah.
Like you said you only threw it to him casually. Now, let me say something about communication. So, usually we say, talk to your partner. In relationship, one of the things I've learned, and this is from an older couple, in relationship, one of the things I've learned is, it's not always through conversations. It's not just talking to your partner. Communication can be in any form. It can be verbal. You may need to sit your partner down, look them eye in the night, maybe 2 a.m. or 1 in the afternoon or whenever, and talk to them. It might be a reaction. It might be anything. So let me give you a perfect example. What I said I learned from an older couple. So this woman, she told me we were talking, and then we were talking about marriage. I think she was advising me. You know how you may go visit an elderly person, and you're asking about their last grandchild, and somehow, one way or the other, they just factor in marriage. And then she mentioned that for her husband, though, that her husband is very, very prudent. He's not someone that lavishes money. And so when there's no soup in the house, and she knows he has enough, but for one reason or the other, he's not giving her the money, that she would not ask him for the money directly. He likes to take okele at night. She would just make, when there's no soup, of course there's no soup. Usually, when they are first getting married, she may have used her own money to cook soup, but that money is never going to give her back. So if she does not have, or she doesn't have enough, or she's not ready to use her money to do, she just make rice at night. When she makes rice at night on Tuesday, she makes rice at night on Thursday. She did Tuesday, Wednesday, on Thursday, that money will come out. And that's communication. Someone who doesn't know her and sees that she has money would not know that if she uses someone who sees her and knows that she has extra change to make soup at night, and she's not doing it, you think this woman is being selfish, or she's not a supportive partner, or she's one of those women who cannot spend their money on their husband, and you don't even know that the man will not drop the money, will not give her back the money, even when he has. So it is communication by cooking what will make him give her that money.
Well, you know.
So that's one of the
So,
things that
let-
it depends
let-
on your
let-
partner.
let me-
Some partners are very confrontational. You cannot have a serious verbal communication. Some partners would never admit that they are wrong. They never see. So you cannot sit them down. But you can do something. Do you know that if I have a friend who is loyal to his friends, I mean, if I have a partner, my husband or my fiance, I can't even believe I just go. No, they say never, they say never. But on this one, I still choose to say never. Let's say I have a partner who maybe, God forbid, will choose his friends over me. And they do that. And I talk to him about it and he's not responding. Maybe it is when I now react negatively to, maybe that's when you adjust. Because he doesn't want his babe disrespecting his friends. So in order to avoid that awkward situation where they will do that to me, it's not a big deal to him when they do it to me. But when I react, it's a big deal. Maybe you want to step in.
See,
and that's also
okay.
communication.
You see, let me.
Okay, what I would just say to that is maybe that girl, maybe that lady in question, she does not really belong to that girl. Because that is who that guy is. And like I said the other time, you go and check also, the guy also might be doing the same thing. So I would just like to put it this way. Like you said, that when you're communicating, invite the guy also to like go out with you and let another guy be touching you in his presence. Let's see how he reacts.
You mean another guy that's not his friend?
That's not a friend, that you don't even know.
So what if that now happens?
Let's balance it 50-50.
What
So
if that now happens and the guy
like,
did not react?
That is who the guy is.
It's not, see, it's a sign.
He does not take that thing, touchy does not mean anything.
So
But
To
you
him.
for me,
But it
But
means
to
to
you.
have now, it is to have.
That's why I said maybe the lady does not belong to that kind of a person. You
But
understand?
this is also conflict resolution, and this is,
So-
I think this is also personality class. As much as at least I would not say she should leave. You can't even leave a relationship. It has not gotten to that.
Yeah.
But it is addressable.
So-
You can address it. If you can just communicate to him in a way you know he would get the message.
okay, so let me say this. You see, I am an advocate for, I keep saying it, that you need some time. Like it's important to have somebody who can actually cut the two of you together. And believe me, and like I said in one of our episodes, I said some relationships do not need to break if there is a presence of a mentor or an authority figure over them. You see, the reason is that sometimes you may not be able to say things as it is to your partner.
You may not have the right words.
Yes, but you see, when there is somebody you can actually say, okay, this is something, somebody who is experienced, who is both of you actually, like sir, this is what that person can talk to sense to him, or if they are friends, they will bring your friends. They can sometimes guys needs to be taught. We need, you see, boundaries sometimes you may try to enforce boundary and exploit it, but sometimes boundary needs to be taught. You have
Be
to
enforced.
enforce, but before you teach people, because you enforce something, they can actually act somehow. For example now, Sarah, if I say, Sarah, how are you doing, and what are you, pull your tea, pull your hair, because the way I can say, okay, the way I play with my younger sister, and I want to play with you are not my younger sister for example. You understand? But sometimes some guys do not know the difference between younger sister is a female figure, is a female kid, and then we go like that. Sometimes there is someone say, Oga, come here, this thing you are doing, no be so they do am. Because you know, it happens. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Myself, my mom, growing up, believe me, I kiss my mom. I'm telling you. Now, you understand?
There are some families like that.
Funny thing, I kiss my mom. My sister, it's not we all give you see or.
But I think moms, it's okay. You can pull your mom.
No.
See, when I got married, the first time I went to my in-laws' place, they not even married then. The first time he took me to his, I just saw the way the younger sister Peg kiss. I was like, I don't understand from where to where. You
I pull my mom.
You understand? I just like, I don't get it. And another female friend that is not even the mother's child, like a cousin, they say, it looks like a different world.
So sometimes,
So you cannot make your mom.
I can make my mom. You understand? But my husband, if you break your home, then now going to the extent of your younger sister friends.
You
But why are we not using moms? Why are we not using dads? Wait.
You know that it's Mother's Day, Mother's Sunday, everything revolves around.
Adura, you're a man. Can your children peck you?
My
Starts with you.
No, see.
Can they pull your cheeks?
See, I don't want to say.
Or you want to be
No. See. Let me tell you. You see, some of us are actually brought up in an African setting. Let me say this. You see, my grandpa did not bring up my dad. I'm bringing something. My paternal grandpa did not bring up my dad in a way like, okay, come and pick. You understand? So my dad came up and he actually adjusted to something that some of us can sleep on his chair, something. But let me say this. You see, the issue of dad wanting pancake, because you see, growing up.
What's pancake?
Let me say pancake is cane. Now in our house, there is a wardrobe. 3 row, 9. You understand? There is a division. See the center, there is one my siblings car as I'm talking right there. There is one pancake is a cane, African cane. If you don't, that is always there. Once you misbehave, it's daddy. Mommy does not always go and bring that pancake. You understand? So the dread, even though we want to move close to our dad, when sometimes the dread of that pancake, like you may just do anything. So what I'm trying to say is that African setting, yeah, I will come to. We are getting better. We are getting better. My children, we do that. We tell, we do that. But see,
will they pull your cheeks?
Obviously now.
Obviously, yes or no?
Yes, they will. But see, they won't do nonsense around.
Of course, they should.
You understand?
See, they won't do nonsense around.
So, but the thing is, sometimes
But they shouldn't do nonsense.
let's be realistic. I think guys need to do better, and the part of communicating in a way, you see, in a way that the other person will understand.
Get the message.
Because really, communication does not necessarily mean that you are talking. You can be talking without communicating. Let the intent and let there be an understanding of the intention of what you are saying be well communicated to the other friends. So I think guys need to do better. And please, if you consider something a serious matter to you, communicate it seriously. Let them know it's a serious matter to you. You see, when you throw something casually, not a kind of person that I am. I'm a kind of person that sincerely, some serious matter will still laugh at it. But that doesn't mean I'm not taking it serious. You understand? Believe me, I'm a kind of person that will laugh at anything, look at anything, look like as if I'm not taking it seriously. Now, if you now communicate that kind of thing to me casually, believe me, I'm taking it casually. You understand? That's the kind of person I am. But you see, serious matter, you see the issue of touching, you don't need to tell me. Or saying something to me, you don't need to tell me that. Okay. Me, I will take it up. That's my person. But everybody is not agree.
And this guy will not take it up. So, like Adora said, we're all not the same, people are different and all of that. So, I would not say I would advise you, I'll just pass my own opinion, which is sit him down and talk to him. It may not be verbal, it might be anything that will just make him realize that you are very uncomfortable with those things that his friends are doing. It can be anything. It might be you reacting to his friends. It can be anything. Don't just be rude or just outrightly spoil the matter. I think that Becky can help us out with that. We can handle it diplomatically.
But Becky, before you say something, I think, okay, you see, my dad says something and I am actually looking at it, and that's what I actually look back. You see, he will say that the best time to stop anything is the first time. Okay. But if you miss the first time, the best time to stop anything is the next time. Yeah. Okay. So if you have spoken to your guy and he's not taking action, you take action. Okay. So if you now relate, you now think that is this the kind of man I want to spend the rest of my life with? So I think that's from my own.
Okay, yeah, we've all said well. We've made our points so clear. And to the to my sister out there, it's still a relationship.
Yeah.
Yes. And one thing I would say again is understand, like Adra said, communication. And understand, there's something they call love language, there's something they like, understand when the communication will make impacts on him.
When
If
the
you are saying it
communication will
casually,
make
if you are
impact.
saying it like, you may not take it seriously. So maybe when you just have a nice time together, you can just come, babe, I've been telling you these things, like you're not taking it, this thing is really, really eating me up. And if you are not taking it seriously, I may, because of it, like, leave this relationship.
That's
Of
true.
course, no.
But yeah, you
See,
communicated
it's a
to your,
name,
yeah.
I may, because of, so it's not depends on the guy. If you want to let your girl go because of what she's fighting for her rights.
Yeah.
And like I said, another thing you can do, like what me I always do, if I say I've been talking to you, you are not like, you know, I'm a Christian, I will carry Bible, I will open that place in the Bible. Bros, come, let me do what
Hey.
And another thing, I will look for a book that like address that kind of a situation. Say, babe, come, let's read together. I will look for a movie. I will look for a way to pass my message across to get to your score. And if I see that I've exhausted all my ways and I see that you're not yet like responding, then maybe you're not next for me. It's still a relationship, not a marriage.
You
If
know,
can't manage
you know
it,
Becca's policy. A broken relationship
it's
better
better
than
than a
a
broken
broken
And I
marriage.
think
So,
because I said, so if he cannot caution his friends now, how would he caution intrusive in-laws?
yeah.
This is Africa, for crying out loud. This is Nigeria. With those names, we know that we're talking about Nigerians. We're talking about Africa. It is a huge possibility in 99% of the of Nigeria, of African homes, that you would have intrusive in-laws. How would you handle them when you have an aunt that just makes very funny or snide remarks at your wife?
Yeah.
How would you handle them? So this is the best time to deal with it. Like you said, the first time to stop something is the first time it happens. The best time to stop something is the first time it happens. If you don't,
If you miss the first time, the best time is the next time. So I think we should draw a curtain on this issue. And my sister, as you said, you are not being dramatic. You are entitled to your opinion, entitled to your feeling, entitled to what gives you security. But this one you said, believe me, you are very correct. But the only thing we are going to tell you is that communicate. Communicate. You say, they say, Yoruba people will say that the reason we talk to a deaf man, so that the deaf man will hear what you are saying, that's how we actually scold the son in the presence of that deaf man. So that the deaf man can know that, so please talk to them. And I think you should, as you said, if there is somebody you think that can communicate it better, fine. And if you have a good relationship with these other guys, you see, there is nothing
he doesn't have a good relationship.
Yeah, no, they won't have a good relationship because of it. That doesn't mean
why are you touching
Don't
your friend's babe?
Please,
Why?
It's
If you
bad.
are guilty, please
Stop it. Please don't be touching.
and stop making snide remarks. That's not it.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I know some of the guys will not like this, but please like this post. Like
yes, so you have
comment,
comment,
share.
Let's hear your own view.
And if
about
you're
it
actually
as well.
having this kind of news, send this episode to that man. He said it correct. So on this episode, we are saying this attitude in show. Yeah, on the next slide, you see the question for the week. Answer the question. And if you are one of our, this is not about ducking in Nairobi. If you are actually one of our quickest finger, you are one of our quickest finger, it's going to be open to everybody to join. And believe me, you will get your gift across to you. This is Attitude in Passion, where we discuss matter related to the art. On our next episode, don't sleep on it. Goodbye.
Thank you.